So now the most important question, that when there is negativity, what happens? Negativity leads to a very, very important emotion that becomes the fulcrum of all our pursuits in our life today. What is that emotion? Fear. What happens when you're fearful? We get gripped with anxiety, fear of uncertainty, fear of sorrow, self-pity. And this is exactly what we spoke last time. The Arjuna in the battle of Kurukshetra faced the same situation. Arjuna was battlefield ready completely. At that point of time, he tells Lord Sri Krishna that I want to see the faces of those who have decided to side with the evil Duryodhana. And when the chariot is placed over there, his eye falls on Bhishma Pitamaha and Dronacharaya. Immediately what happens to him? His entire demeanor, entire mind, modification of the mind happens. And when Arjuna is going through this intense sorrow, what happens? His mind gets clouded. So what are the two emotions he faces? Sokha and Moha. He gets deluded to see what he should not see. And the advice from Sri Krishna at this point of time is the greatest advice for humanity, is the greatest advice for all the Arjunas that are trying to go beyond the life of happiness and sorrow. What was the advice from Arjuna, from Sri Krishna? Stand up
and fight.
Fight. Uttishtata. Stand up and fight. What was the shloka? Sorry?
It's a dharam yudh.
धर्म युद्ध ये आपको करना है. क्लैबम मस्मगमा पार्थ नई तत्व उपपद्धते शुद्रम हृदय दौर्बल्यम त्यक्तो तिष्ठ परंतप. Where have you got this chicken-heartedness from? Nai tattva upapaddate, which means that it does not befit you. Shudram hridaya dharbalyam, weak-hearted, you become weak-hearted. Stand up and fight. Now, this
I think it's not to contradict the point. Just to chip in.
Yeah.
I think he got weak-hearted because what he saw on the other side is all his gurus and teachers.
Yes.
Though they were abiding with his enemies, so-called enemies like Duryodhana.
Yeah.
Which in any case was like in his what to call extended family or son of Dhritarashtra. Right. So I think he is not that he was too. I don't know much about Gita, shlokas and all that. So whatever little knowledge I have is that I didn't think he was weak or he was chicken-hearted. I think he was caught in a situation of imbroglio or dilemma. कि ये तो मेरे अपने लोग हैं, इनको कैसे मारूंगा?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct, and that
there is no dearth of valor. There is no dearth of being brave.
Yeah. So he was brave. That is what the situation is. Sri Krishna actually in purpose perpetuated the situation in him. What did Sri Krishna tell Arjuna at that point of time? Sri Krishna told him the sentence he used that was in purpose. He told him, ले कुरुओं को देख ले. कुरुओं को देख ले मतलब ये जो सारा actually in the battlefield everybody was not a Kuru. Everybody was not a Kaurava. But Sri Krishna still used those words to actually weaken Arjuna. When he heard the word कुरुओं को देख ले, उनको मन में ये संशय आ गया, ये तो कुरुए सारे मेरा है. In 3-4 shlokas, Arjuna says, मेरे सज्जन. So, mere sajjan jo bhav hai, it comes from a good person. You're absolutely correct. It comes from the depth. It came from the depth of his heart. He didn't want the good people to be killed. Right? He got attached. He got emotional. Sri Krishna perpetuated this reaction, this emotional weakness in Arjuna before the battlefield. Because he understood that if this situation Arjuna encountered in between the battlefield, it would be disastrous for the war. So he perpetrated a situation where Arjuna goes to this weakness. So what happens to most good people? Most good people don't have spiritual strength. This needed an understanding of, as you rightly said, dharma yudh. Ye dharma yudh ka jo understanding uska pehle tha, for a brief moment it went away. Right? That is what Sri Krishna is telling him. Ye weak-heartedness kahan se aaya hai? You don't deserve it. So where have we got this ticket? And then the most heroic statement is, this does not befit you. So last time I talked about this, Swami Ranganathananda, the 13th president of the order, he's saying that this phrase, "this does not befit you," can be a brilliant maxim for professionals, students, teachers, and parents dealing with various challenging situations. The positive bent of the statement can bring out the best in people. It is a great clarion call to reinforce our beliefs in the tremendous possibilities of human life. So whenever we encounter these situations where we are weak, if we're encountering a problem of Sokha and Moha, we have to kind of push ourselves and tell ourselves that the time has come to stand up and fight. And this is the greatest definition of the problem that comes from the Bhagavad Gita. That we think we are limited. We are infinite. We think actually we are limited. Therefore, we will try to, last time we said, we'll try to understand this shloka in 2 steps. The first part is, you are weak, it does not befit you. Second part is, get rid of the weakness of the heart, stand up and fight. Now, this stand up and fight is a very, very important thing to understand from the spiritual context. It will actually answer your doubt, Harpreet. From the spiritual context, what did we talk about last time? Do you remember? Rinku, do you remember?
Rinku is what?
Hari, do you remember? Rinku is Nandita.
Nandita's wife. No.
Hari, you can remember? What
if
was
you give me hint, I'll pick it up. If you give me hint, I'll pick it up.
The hint was that stand up and fight is only the first part. What is the second part? Second part is deeper. It has a deeper significance. Let me come to it.
Okay.
The first part, so Swamiji was in Varanasi. Do you remember? We talked about the situation that monkeys were chasing him.
Yeah.
He was running. पीछे से एक संत ने बोला, उनका सामना करो. Swamiji turned around and the monkeys retreated. The first part of the problem definition is stand up and fight. Stand up and fight का मतलब क्या? We will understand through Swamiji's quote. The first part of Swamiji's quote is, Swamiji is saying, neither money pays, nor name, nor fame, nor learning. It is character that can cleave through adamantine walls of difficulties. Therefore, stand up, be bold, be strong. Take the whole responsibility on your shoulders and know that you are the creator of your own destiny. Now, ये definition पढ़ के हमको क्या पता चलेगा? Anybody who reads this will get inspired to be more powerful, to be more strong, which is good, right? Stand up and fight is good. It is a great message for humanity. But there is a deeper meaning of stand up and fight that comes from the next shloka, the next paragraph of Swamiji's teaching. He's saying, arise, awake from this hypnotism of weakness. Understood? Stand up and fight means arise, awake from this hypnotism of weakness. Stand up, assert yourself, proclaim the God within you. Do not deny him. Dehypnotize yourselves. The way to do that is found in your sacred books. Let each one know that behind everyone there is the infinite soul, assuring the infinite possibility and the infinite capacity of all to become great and good. This is Swamiji's exhortation, which means that therefore the process of standing and fighting has tremendous significance in our lives, which means stand up and assert your divinity, which means stand up and start understanding who you are, assert the infiniteness of your personality. Don't live the limited life. Stand up means don't live the limited life. Break out of this cocoon, the network of expectations, network of selfishness that you've built around yourselves. Break the boundary. Now, what is the break the boundary? The breaking free means developing a strong spiritual orientation. Swalpam apasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. Even Bhagavad Gita, even a little spiritual orientation will save us from that simple thing, which is fear. And what do we get from fear? Weakness. What do we get from fear? Limitedness. What do we get from fear? A hypnotic, anxiety, insecurity. A hypnotic state of life. The reality is that without a conscious spiritual orientation, we will not be able to develop an intensity to walk this path. And this intensity will not come till we seriously try to move our consciousness to the next level.